Here I am walking down a preserved portion of the Butterfield Stage Route. Now this was a nearly 2,800-mile stagecoach route that began in St. Louis, Missouri and stretched all throughout the American Southwest, curved up through California, and ended in San Francisco. Now from the 1850s into the 1860s, this is one of the primary routes that people could transit to some of these more remote areas, but more importantly, it was also the way that the U.S. mail reached a lot of these parts. So today, just a small portion of this is preserved, at least here in Temecula, California, now in an area known as Vail Headquarters.
Tucked in between modern stores and a busy shopping center, Vail Headquarters is a living historic park located in Temecula, California. Known as the heart of the town since 1867, this former ranch land was at one time occupied by a German immigrant named Louis Wolf and his family. Mr. Wolf arrived in Temecula around 1857 and married a woman named Ramona. He partnered with local John Magee in running a general store. In the late 1860s, an Adobe structure was built to serve as Wolf's store. He successfully ran that store, along with a stagecoach stop and post office, out of this building. In later years, this land was part of a nearly 88,000-acre ranch owned by a cattle baron named Walter Vail, its current namesake. Today, Vail Headquarters is a collection of historic buildings dating back as far as the 1860s. The buildings have been repurposed to house restaurants and shops.
To me, this is probably the coolest building at Vail Headquarters. This is actually the oldest building here at the headquarters and in the town of Temecula. It's now the Press Espresso Coffee House. This was once the original Wolf store started by Louis and Ramona Wolf. Some German immigrants that settled the area and really left their mark on Temecula. Well, if you're in the area and looking for a cheap stay, here you can get rooms for 50 cents a day. A lot of the old buildings here have these little plaques in front which give a brief description of what it was used for. This one here was the Vail Barn and Office. Now this building is the bunkhouse that was constructed by the Vail Company in 1910. What's interesting is after a day working on the land, all the ranch hands would come, and this is actually where they relaxed. This is where they slept and spent a lot of their off time. And this was the Vail Ranch Cookhouse, built around the 1880s, which Louis and Ramona Wolf lived in, and it was also sort of one of the main buildings for many years. I love that they have just a lot of this old gear and equipment just kind of lying about. Really adds to the rustic nature of the place, but also kind of just get your curiosity going, wondering what some of this is used for. Of course, they have this little blacksmith area, and we know what this anvil was used for. Vail Headquarters really is such a neat spot. It's a living history park. It's got everything you would want. It's got restaurants, it's got a coffee shop, it's got stores, it's even got a kid's toy store. It's a lot of fun to just kind of walk around, explore, not only do some shopping and get some food, but also to kind of learn some of the history of not just California, but some of the old ranchos.
For many years, Vail Headquarters has served as a gathering spot for both locals and visitors alike, and it fosters a true sense of community. If you happen to be visiting Vail Headquarters on a Sunday, be sure to check out the nearby Historical Society Museum, located a short walk away. On display are some incredible artifacts of the Old West and other items that tell the story of Temecula and its past.